Hi, I'm Alex. This is my TED Talk. How amazing, right? You know what else is more amazing? I was told about this last week, like everyone else. This is the last day. This is Sunday. I have to do this on the last day. I tried doing it yesterday, but you know what? Nothing likes to work for me, I guess. So, here we are in a new orientation, so that way the camera can actually work. Amazing? No, it's not. Anyway, originally when I did this, I was like, oh, I'll do this about computer coding. Like I said, a week ago. I found out, oh hey, apparently it's not a talent show, so I decided not to do that. So you know what? Let's do it about procrastination, because it's quite relevant to the situation at hand. And let's sprinkle in another thing mix in with there, is the fact that when humans try to fix a problem, they go with the quickest instead of the best. Well, first example is going to be Little Timmy. Why is he named Timmy? Because his parents hate him, and they figured, you know what, Little Timmy's not a dumb enough name. So anyway, he likes baseball. He goes to baseball, he's like, oh, I'm going to hit that ball at the stadium, and my parents will finally love me, or at least somebody will love me for once. That doesn't happen. He is never loved. He is an idiot. Anyway, he hits that ball out of the stadium. Goes out of the stadium. That's cool. He hit a home run. Oh no, a plane. It knocks it out. 247 people die. But the ball is still soaring through the air. It enters the atmosphere, starts to burn. But that ball is apparently too powerful to be burned up. And then it goes over the moon. Why does it do that? Because I felt like it. Anyway, it goes out of this galaxy. And after like millions of years of isolation, it develops the ability to talk, and it's just like, finds the galaxy, it tries to say hi to the galaxy. Yes, it grew. Anyway, because of the galaxy not talking, because it's not a living thing, starts beating the crap out of the galaxy. And a lot of things die. Well, after that, he gets mad at reality for making him a baseball, so he kills reality. And then after even more years of solitude, well, he's not really in reality, so I don't know how that works. Anyway, he enters back in reality through a wormhole he creates through his sheer power. And then he goes back to that baseball game of Little Timmy. And instead of killing like the entire universe and a few people in the plane, he decides, I'll just let Little Timmy have a home run. He does that. Little Timmy's not as impressed as before, but he's still impressed. But after doing that, he lands in Mr. Wilson's house, breaking it. So Mr. Wilson comes to the scene, sees the ball, is like, oh, ball, a window. Who did this? Now, he has three options right now. He could A, kill the child. He chooses A, but as step 2, which is smarter. Anyway, he could also B, which can now be A, get a new window, a new glass window, maybe a stronger one, so that way balls can't just go right through it. But there's also option C, where you just take some plastic, just slap it on, call it done. So he could choose C as a temporary option, but he also procrastinates. So what he does is he chooses plastic, and then like months go by, winter comes, and there's a big blizzard. He can't get out of the house because it's big. Anyway, it cracks through his plastic window, pouring snow in. Yes, I said pouring. Anyway, he dies. He freezes to death and dies because he's stupid. He got a plastic window instead of a good window. He could afford it too. That money was not a part of the equation. Now, if that wasn't realistic enough for you, fine. I'll explain a situation that happened to me recently. Anyway, I have an Xbox, so I have this controller. I already know the outcome of this, apparently now. The right bumper, as you may know a controller has, works only 60% of the time. So I was playing a game that I'm usually really good at. I'm not trying to brag, it's how I understood. And all of a sudden, I started doing really bad because half the combos didn't work. All of a sudden, it was just like, what? Why? And then I was testing it, and then I went to a testing program on my computer and started testing the red bumper. Right bumper just all of a sudden didn't work as much as it used to. It works sometimes because there's a little sensor in here, and when you tap it, it's supposed to hit it. There's like a deep tap and a light tap. If it doesn't respond to a light tap, there is a problem, and sometimes it doesn't respond to a deep tap. So first, I looked up to blow into it. So I did that. Kind of became lightheaded because blowing into something does that. You have less oxygen. And then, since that worked for like 15 minutes, all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, it works. So I tried it again after all of a sudden it stopped working, or I thought it worked anyway. All it achieved was lightheadedness. Yeah, it didn't really help me. But I decided, you know what? I'll look up another way. I'll see if there's another way. There was another way. You have to manually take out the batteries, take off the little sticker that's in here, and you have to unscrew it. And what they showed me was this screwdriver that I just happened to have in my room because I need to screw in some stuff for my TV. And then you have to ply out the sides. Well, not ply it out, just lift them off, because if you ply them out, you'll break the controller. But as I was trying to screw the screw, I found out something. That tutorial was like a year before I had gotten my controller, or actually a couple months, and that was an old controller you had. What Microsoft decided to do was, hey, why not put a safety pin in there, so that way you have to buy a new controller or pay to get it fixed. Amazing, isn't it? So I got kind of frustrated. They replaced it so that way you would have to have a screw that most common households do not have. And as you would guess, I do not have it. Now, I could have ordered it online and did that, but you know what? It cost money and it took time. Did I want to do that? No. So you know what my great solution was? You know what my great solution was? Taking a wrench and beating the crap out of it. Yeah. It actually worked for a short time. I thought it did anyway. Now I have to use a pretty crappy controller because guess what? It didn't work. The controller's back to crap. So instead of choosing the better solution of like getting an actual good screwdriver, I chose the quicker solution of beating the crap out of it because I just thought it would work. That's not the only situation though that I have. That's more of just me choosing the quickest solution over the best solution. Now for a procrastination story, well, I could just end it by saying, oh, well, you know, this whole project, I did it at the last minute. Yes, but that's not the only thing I do at the last minute. Sometimes with assignments, I'll have like 5 and I'll do them all on Friday at the last minute. And when you do stuff at the last minute, it's not always the greatest. It's goes back to doing something the quickest instead of the best. It's not great. There was somebody I in fact said, oh, I would talk to him the next day. It's a long time ago. Not really that long ago. But I told them I would get back to him the next day. A month later, I finally got back to them. They forgot everything. But once they remembered, they were not happy with me. So yeah, just don't do that. Don't procrastinate. And I mean, it's kind of it's not exactly the most helpful thing to just say don't do it. That's like telling somebody who's addicted to drugs or something, just go up to them and just say, slap them on the shoulder and just say, just stop, because I said so. I'm not comparing procrastination to doing drugs. It sounds like it though. But So instead of taking the quick, easy solution, try to do the best. Otherwise, you might end up breaking something. Say you put a TV on some boxes because you need to have it on a stand. It's like, oh, well, see, the TV on a stand, it works just nice. And then you just end up not changing it and make it the permanent solution. Then all of a sudden, oh no! Box caves in or cat jumps up. Well, a cat could jump up anyway because cats are not nice. And then it caves in and all of a sudden you have a broken TV. Wow. Ow, I just stabbed myself. Anyway, that is basically all I have left to say. Yee.